Good morning, everyone. So, today I'm going to discuss the lessons learned from a famous book called The Richest Man in Babylonia, written by George S. Clason in the year 1920. The book talks about personal finance principles told in the form of short stories based on the parables of Babylonia. So, the book starts with some personal finance principles. Number one is keep 1/10 of your personal income for yourself. Don't use all the money that you are earning. At least keep 1/10 for your future needs. Secondly, the book advocates the use of wealth to create more children, which means using wealth to create more and more wealth. Thirdly, the book encourages taking advice only from those who have special knowledge about the subject, and in case of finance also, and in case of spending money also, where to invest our money, how to save our money. The book encourages to take these advices only from experts. Fourthly, the book also mentions that wealth can be generated with the help of financial discipline and financial patience. Financial disciplines means where we need to have good financial habits. We should not have the habit of wasting our money or over investing our money anywhere. And financial patience means to have the perseverance to wait for the money to be able to generate more money from that. So the book gives some cures to a flat purse. So what are the cures what are the measures that can help us not have a flat purse? For example, control the expenditure. We have to control our expenditure, limit our expenditure according to our income. Based on our income, we should have the expenditure. We should not parallelly increase our expenditure along with our income. The difference of income and expenditure should increase along with the increase of our income. So man has the tendency to increase the expenditure along with the income. When we earn more, we tend to spend more also. But this should not go parallelly. We should try to limit our expenditure as much as possible, so that we could have a saving, and that saving could multiply. That savings could help us multiply our wealth. So that's why it also says, make thy gold multiply. So whatever goal you have, whatever savings you have, try to multiply it. Try to invest it. Try to use it in such a way that will help you to multiply your savings or multiply your investment. It also asks, make thy dwelling a profitable investment. Make thy dwelling a profitable investment. So wherever we are spending our energy, wherever we are spending our time, that should be a profitable investment for us. Wherever we are investing, we should be profitable for us. Not only about financial investment, wherever we are spending our time, whatever we are doing, along with the contentment of the soul, that investment should be profitable for us. That should increase our value. Next, it also advises to try to ensure the future income. Future, as we know, is uncertain. We don't know what is going to happen in the future, but we should try to predict it as much as possible. What challenges we are going to face, what uncertainties we may face in the future. We should try to have plans to cope up according to the circumstance. So whatever we are going to face, we should have the plan ABCD to adjust according to that, and that means we should try to ensure our future income that we are going to earn. We should always strive to increase our earning, increase our capacity to earn. We should always try to add value to our personality. We should always try to increase in whatever we are offering to the society. So we should always try to gather. We should always try to gather knowledge regarding the areas where we can contribute more to the society, so that the society could return back to us. So, the book shares some universal truth about man, the human being's nature of its relationship with wealth. Number one, that what each of us call our necessary expenses will always grow to equal our income unless we protest to the contrary. That means what we call our necessary expense, that this much of amount I need, and these are necessary for me, that keeps on increasing along with our income. That means when we earn more and more, our necessary expenses also increase. This is the nature of human being. So the book and it says that unless we protest to the contrary, so we have to protest to this nature of us, that we are earning more and more and more. That doesn't mean that our necessary expenses will increase parallelly along with that. We should protest to that. Next it says, study thoroughly thy accustomed habits of living. You will most certainly find in them the expenses to be eliminated. So it says that you make a research about yourself. What are your financial habits? Where are you spending your money? And most certainly you will find in those habits some of them that you can eliminate. Next, it also says, let thy motto be 100% appreciated value for whatever you are spending. So the book suggests that you should have the motto that whatever you are spending, in return of that you should have 100% appreciated value. That means you should not make unnecessary expenses, expenses that does not add value to you, that does not give you satisfaction, as well as that does not increase any value to you. That means, in short, it is saying to cut off our unnecessary expenses. Next, it also says that engrave upon the clay for each thing thou desireth to spend. That means wherever you want to spend in future, you should engrave in the clay. That means you should be very accountable to yourself, that wherever I am spending my money, I should know its consequences. Also, I should know, I should be serious about it wherever I am planning to spend. Next, it says about investment. So how to have a healthy investment. So it says, guard thy treasures from loss by investing only where thy principal is safe. So it says, invest only in the areas where it is safe. Safety should be a very big concern. Next, it continues like this, wherein may be reclaimed if desired. Invest in such areas where you can reclaim it whenever you are in need, and where thou will not fail to collect a fair rental, and that investment should also give you a fair rental. That means it should give you continuous return also, and communicate with wise men wise men secure the advice of those experienced. That means before investing you should communicate your intentions with people who have good expertise in that area. And it continues like this, let thy wisdom protect thy treasure from unsafe investment. That means let their wisdom, their experience protect you from unsafe investment. The book also includes 5 laws of gold. Gold here means wealth. Number 1, gold cometh gladly and in increasing quantity to those men who will put by not less than 1/10 of his earnings to create an estate for his future and for his family. So it says that gold will gladly come to those people who has the habit of saving at least 1/10 of his earnings to create an estate, that means to create big, that will multiply, and in the long term that would create big estates for him and his family. Number 2, gold laboreth diligently and contentedly for the wise owner who finds for it profitable employment. That means gold will labor for the wise owner who finds profitable employment for it. So for the wise owner who knows where to employ the wealth, that wealth will gladly multiply for that person. Multiplying even as the flocks of the field. That means that gold will multiply like the flocks of the field for that person who has efficient strategies to employ his gold or wealth. Number 3, gold clinges to the protection of the cautious owner who invests in it under the advice of men, using its man wise in its handling. So that means gold will clinch to the protection of the cautious owner, the person who is cautious about his wealth. The wealth will clinch to that person, and who invest it under the advice of people who are wise in its handling. The people who are wise in handling the gold, their advice is sought by these people, and their wealth will always clinch with them, because they always take the advice of the people who are wise in handling the gold. Gold slippeth away from the man who invests in business or purposes with which he is not familiar. So it also says the gold will slip away, wealth will slip away from the people who invest it in areas where he is not familiar with. That means it says that we should always spend our money in businesses, in areas, in ventures where we have special knowledge, or where we have some knowledge regarding it. Gold flees the man who would force it to impossible earnings, or who followeth the alluring advice of tricksters. So investment or money, wealth will slip away. Will also slip away from people who invest in areas where it is impossible for him to earn, and which he does by listening to the advices of tricksters. That means those who doesn't have any knowledge but offers unnecessary and unuseful advice. So to conclude, let us discuss 4 basic principles, basic rules given by this book. Number 1, work is powerful. So it gives some short stories where work acted as a freedom, as an instrument for freedom for a person. So the most important thing to earn wealth is to work. We have to have the attitude of working. Work can make us free, and work can help us multiply more and more wealth. Secondly, it says work can free you. That means only work can give us the freedom that we desire, the financial freedom. Add value to people, even masters will become your companion. So in order to earn more and more wealth, we should always aim to add value to people. And if you do it, even masters will accompany you. That means even people with greater accomplishments and with greater wealth will follow you, will accompany you, if you can add value to people. Don't be afraid to communicate if you can add value to people. So if you can have the capacity, if you know that you have the capacity to add value to people, don't hesitate to communicate your idea to the people who can help you add value to them, and in return you can get your wealth increasing. Thank you very much.